to a special Thanksgiving episode of the Zeno Supper Club. I'm your host, Chef Lee Anne Wong, and today we're here with my special guest, Amanda Freed, U.S. Olympic gold medalist softball player. Hello, Amanda.
Hi.
Well, you are a pitcher, right?
Yes.
Okay, so she's a pitcher. I played softball for 13 years. I used to be a catcher, so I know the hard workout and the training that goes into it. So you're going to have to use your strong muscles today to lift a turkey. I have no leverage because I have little arms. Okay. So our friends at D'Artagnan sent over turkeys. This turkey was actually only fed all natural and organic grain and no antibiotics, so we don't have any hormones in our bird, and it was allowed to roam free in the field. It was led a very happy, full life, and now it's going to feed a lot of people and become a delicious dinner. Turkey is always the centerpiece, and I always find that, growing up, I've had some okay turkeys. My mom's a good cook, but a lot of times I found that the turkey was a little bland and tasteless, or the breast was maybe a little overcooked, or it was just too dried out, or the skin wasn't crisp enough. So one of the best solutions for a really tasty turkey is brine. And we've got our turkey in basically a bath of water I created with salt and sugar, and then you can see there are spices. We have some allspice, bay leaves, whole peppercorns. What the salt and sugar does is that it sort of draws out some of the impurities in the blood from the turkey, so you can see that's why the water looks very sort of cloudy, but it's also infusing the flavor of all these spices, putting the salt and sugar and all that flavor back into the meat. Our next goal is we want to season it really, really well. So I want you to season the inside of the cavity. I'm going to hold her up. And we want to season the inside really nicely with lots of salt. And we're using kosher salt again. Just go ahead and season it and just rub the sides with the salt. And just add a little pepper in there. Rub her around. Okay.
You gave me the fun job.
Oh, totally. I just want to put some aromatics into the cavity, and what that'll do is as the bird starts to cook, all those aromatics will steam and sort of infuse flavor into our bird. So I'm going to stuff, you can do apples, lemons, onions. So I'm going to go ahead and put the onions in there, get that one in there, throw a little half a lemon in there just for a little flavor and citrus. And now the key to a really good bird is tying it tightly, what we call trussing. What you want to do is sort of close up and tie this cavity all together so the bird doesn't dry out through here. So we keep it nice and tight like that. So what we want to do is we want to basically tuck these wings in. We have our wings for our bird, and we can just sort of tuck them in like that underneath. And what I'll need you to do is kind of hold her together like that. I'm taking my twine and I've got it basically secured around the shoulders here, and I'm coming up around the wings, and then I want to also come around the leg here. Let go here and hold this.
The string right here?
Yep, just hold that, perfect. So I'm coming up around the other side here, and now I'm gonna loop this. The one on the left side is gonna loop around the right leg, and this one is gonna loop around the left leg. And I'm just going to tie it like that. And now we're going to flip her upside down, and I'm going to tie her around the bottom now. So, all right, and so that's exactly what we're looking for right there, is the bird is going to be nice and tight, and if the wings pop out, just tuck them back in. So usually, if you don't have a roasting pan at home, the disposable roasting pans work really well. And if you don't actually have a turkey rack, like a roasting rack, I'll show you a little trick I learned in culinary school. What we're going to do is take this foil and just kind of bunch it up lengthwise. We want to elevate our bird off the bottom of the pan so air is able to flow underneath and it's able to roast evenly. So I have these two rings, and what I'll do is just place them right here, and they act as sort of a turkey rack. I need you to season her all over and give her a nice rub. Perfect. Two girls rubbing down the bird. So this would technically be your first turkey, yes?
Yes.
All right, well, it's not that hard thus far, right?
No, not at all.
So you just want to make sure all sides are nice and covered, salted, rub down. Ooh. we're gonna place her right here, right onto the rack, so she's just a little bit elevated. So while our bird's sitting, we're gonna go ahead and make an herb butter.
Okay.
Fantastic. So I have some delicious rosemary. We'll start with some sage, pick some thyme. So yeah, just run your fingers down. So do the same with the thyme. Got a little bit of butter here, and we're gonna get this in the pot. Add some butter, get this on the stove. Do you like butter?
I do.
Now,
Unfortunately.
as an Olympian, do you have to be on a really strict diet when you're training?
It depends. Yes and no.
Yes and no?
Yeah. I go
Softball's not like
insane.
marathon running.
No. That's why I chose it.
And what you want to do is get this in the butter and let this melt, and your butter's going to get really nice and flavorful. So we're going to add the herbs to this, to the butter, and give it a heavy pinch of salt into the butter, Amanda. Perfect. So we have a turkey. You start it at like 450, 425 high heat for about 15 minutes, and then you're going to baste it with your butter. Let it go for about another 20, 25 minutes, and then turn your heat down. Because once you start to get the color on the skin, get that nice sort of shell on the outside, then we want to give it nice and low, slow heat, because we don't want the turkey breast, to dry out before the legs are cooked. Our herb butter is looking nice and sexy. Go ahead, give that a stir. We have a turkey that's actually been in the oven for a couple hours now. I turned the heat down to 325. We've got that butter. And now I want you to take a look at this turkey. I'll pull her out for you. But go ahead and baste it in the herb butter. And you can see how beautiful the skin has got. I mean, this is like a hard shell. That's like chicharron, turkey chicharron. And the butter, what it does is just, it adds flavor. The fats, the butter solids are going to caramelize. You get that sort of like that brown butter deliciousness. That's a hot bird. And that's a hot bird too. So the first thing you want to cut off is the breast. This is where the leg separates from the breast. So we're just going to go ahead and make that cut. Sort of take the edge of the knife and kind of peel it off the breastbone, and you can start to feel it. From the flame that's been burning deep inside, remember we're just taking the whole breast off just like that. The piece right there. So good.
That's pretty good.
Ooh, watch out. How you doing there?
Doing good.
All right, how's
Looking
the turkey
good.
look? Looks
Wow.
amazing. So go ahead and scoop that up, and we can put that on the plate. So carving a turkey actually isn't that hard.
It wasn't that bad, no.
Yeah, and look what I pulled out for you.
Oh, that's a big one.
You like that?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Make a wish.
I think you won.
I was wishing for the bone to break. I was like, oh, this is really
know.
a shot. All right, perfect. Did you love cooking your first turkey?
I loved it. I'm ready for Thanksgiving.
All right, perfect. Well, we have some delicious wine here to enjoy with our fresh turkey. Some Pinot Noir sent over to us by our friends at Zevo.
Thank you.
So you can't have Thanksgiving without wine, can't have Thanksgiving without some turkey, and can't have Thanksgiving without friends. So Amanda, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Cheers, everybody. Happy
Cheers.
Thanksgiving.
Breath, you're moving on.